Welcome to your Ethereum News Roundup. Here's your latest for Friday, March 1st, 2024. The Goerli Testnet will be deprecated by April 17th. Gitcoin releases its 2.0 protocol whitepaper. Gnosis Chain reaches 200,000 validators. And Lance Protocol reaches 200,000 profiles. All this and more starts right after this message. This episode is made possible thanks to Optimism's retroactive public goods funding. If you'd like to support this podcast, you can mint this episode as a free NFT by visiting ethdaily.io/NFT. In accordance with the Ethereum Testnet lifecycle, the Goerli Testnet will be deprecated by April 17th of this year. Ethereum core developers had previously agreed to deactivate Goerli Testnet validators either 3 months after the Dencun activation on Goerli or 1 month after the Dencun activation on mainnet. Given that Dencun was activated on Goerli on January 17th, the 3-month mark is on April 17th. Developers currently using the Goerli Testnet are advised to transition their dApps to Sepolia or Haleski. A new Ethereum testnet is rolled out every 2 years with a maximum lifespan of 5 years for each testnet. Optimism will decommission the OP Goerli testnet on March 7th. The Goerli testnet was initially deployed in 2019. Gitcoin unveiled its white paper for Gitcoin 2.0, the next iteration of the platform that introduces new capital allocation mechanisms and extends support to more EVM-based chains. Gitcoin 2.0 shifts operations on-chain, including governance, grant creation, management, and fund disbursement. It also introduces direct grants and retroactive public goods funding as funding mechanisms. Gitcoin 2.0 takes a modular approach to capital allocation powered by the grants stack. The grants stack allows communities to design custom mechanisms for fund distribution within their ecosystems. The paper for Gitcoin 2.0 is now open for community feedback prior to being ratified by Gitcoin governance. Gnosis Chain reached 200,000 validators on its proof-of-stake network, making it the second largest chain in terms of validator count, second only to Ethereum mainnet. Gnosis Chain, previously known as XDAI, is an EVM-compatible sidechain that uses DAI as its native gas token. XDAI was acquired by the Gnosis ecosystem in 2021. The sidechain shares the same architecture as Ethereum and is committed to Ethereum's values of decentralization, neutrality, and diversity. Gnosis Chain makes home-based validation more accessible by only requiring a single GNO token to become a network validator. And lastly, Lance Protocol achieved 200,000 minted profiles on its open social graph network. The accomplishment follows a surge of over 60,000 new profiles minted since the protocol went permissionless earlier this week. The permissionless launch enables anyone to mint a Lance Profile NFT for 8 Matic. Lance Profile NFTs are built on the ERC 6551 standard, enabling content to be owned by the Profile NFT. Lance Protocol has been live on Polygon since February of 2022. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories in Ethereum. You can support this podcast by subscribing on Castbox and following us on X at ETH Daily. Also subscribe to our newsletter at ethdaily.io. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on Monday.